So you know how I said I wanted to keep it easy this weekend? I think I may have broken that idea. Um, that's an Apple III. An infamously unreliable computer. So we're gonna see what we can do with it. But let's be real, it's not gonna work. So, hello everyone, and Dogface, thank you for the tier 3 sub, holy moly, and for 17 months of hanging around here. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. Um, Cart1443, thank you for the Prime sub, and for 18 months there. I appreciate that too. Let's see, no deck talk. There should be deck talk. I can hear it. Can you all not? Deck talk is off. Oh, somehow the line in over here got unplugged. Okay, hold on one moment. It is actually on and working. Sorry, it's just not plugged in for some reason. There, now you can hear the aliens whispering in your teeth too. Okay. So, yeah, no, that was just, it came unplugged, so that should be fine. It'll work now. Let's see. So yeah, Ben.
CHER 100 testing 127. End of line.
Ben, thank you for the 100 bits there. And I did see your code changes in
tier 1 and says putters. End of line. David Fenton says testing 123 CHER 100. End of line.
Mywa Gogo, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 11. That's one of them numbers. 8, 2, 1 for 11 months there. Thank you. And David, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Ben, I did see your code changes. Didn't have time to go through them completely. The refactoring a bunch of stuff and then making changes.
Tier 1 for 8 months and says end of line.
The refactoring and then making a bunch of changes made it really hard to follow along with. So it's going to take a little time, but I might want to go a different route. I'm not sure. The software interrupt timer kind of thing for determining stuff is a little interesting, but I don't know if that's how I want to go. Additionally, I'm really considering using this also as an excuse to add an official queue for everything. So the emits will get put into a queue, and then they'll all go in one thing rather than direct connections. But I haven't determined if I want to do that yet. That might make more sense to do for when I eventually get YouTube stuff integrated into this as well. So, yeah. But anyway, Ralph332, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months in advance. Holy moly, thank you so much. Yeah, wow. But all right. So, this is an Apple III. Now, my intention was not to get an Apple III. I can show you the thing that I actually wanted to get if you want. I mean, might as well. I didn't plan on it, but I probably should have, because I know me, I like show and tell too much. So, one moment while I just break my back for a second here. Going into the other room. Oh, hello, hernia machine. All right, and lift with your knees. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, so much mass. They kept adding more thing to it, and they didn't stop. Yeah. Oh. Have I ever mentioned how I like really giant printers? This is a TRS-80 Line Printer 5. So this is what I went for. This glorious monster. It's heavy. It kind of works too. Here, we'll plug this in. This will probably explode if I plug it in, but this one, it's fine. Check this out. Well, here, let's do this so that I actually see it do something. Let's turn on the power strip so it'll actually do something. Let's plug in the power strip so it'll actually do something. There we go. It's a chunky, powerful monster, and I love it. So that's what I was actually going for. But, you know, they had an Apple III there, so I was like, oh yeah, this came from a local thrift store. One that I'd never been to. I didn't even know it existed. There's a lot of consonants at the start of that name. Fizzlibur? You got one vowel in there. Fizzlibur. Thank you for the Prime sub and for 11. I already did that number. I should know it. 11 months. Thank you. Freedom's local Goodwill. Normally, I don't get computers and cool stuff at Goodwill, but this was Savers, Value Village for those of you who live where it's cold. Also came with an extra ribbon, which is kind of awesome. So yeah, this is what I was going for, but this was there too. And I was like, you know what I really want? That monitor. Because that would go great with my Apple II. But it was like a whole package deal, and I was like, nah, I want too much money. Then I went to go buy this, because I was coming home with this, no matter what. And it was half off. And it was the same color as this. And I was like, well, okay, for half off, I mean, you know, I'll buy it. I mean, you know. So this is another project for another day. It should be a very simple project. I should plug it in, and then it'll just work. I have no doubts this thing's perfect. Printers are amazing. At least old printers, not new printers. Oh no. If it's got inkjet or laser, then it's a nightmare. Wow. But this thing, this was a complete spur of the moment type of purchase, and I know nothing about it. I did actually open it up, and boom, I have a Super Serial 2 card now. Also a profile card. No hard drive was included though. But yeah, we're gonna see if it works. Now I bet the monitor will work, so I'm less concerned about that. Little concerned about plugging it in, so I think we might pop it open just to see what's going on inside first. But we'll probably just plug this in today. This, I don't know. I do want to open the computer first to take a peek at some stuff, and then we will figure out the course of actions that we want to take from there. Let's see. I don't know why it always seems to around like the 10-minute mark, 20-minute mark or whatever, choke for a bit, and then it's fine the rest of the stream. I don't know what to tell you. Bitrate is not 4,000. It's actually 2,500 from here, and then it's 4,000 from my server at home. It's a weird setup. All right. Vowels are overrated. See, basically saved all the money. Yeah. It was very expensive. So let's see. QS, I have no idea. There's nothing I can do about it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to open this. There's some sticker on the top. I don't think it's anything of Apple official. I'm just gonna peel it off because it's really ugly.
Proud gave a tier 1 gift sub to Seika. End of line.
J Proud, thank you for the gifted sub. Okay. Actually, you know what? First off, it might be kind of fun to just look at this thing. Let's see. Gonna guess if it's happening at 10-minute mark, you're filling up some buffer for the recording, then the system's doing a thing. Maybe? I don't know. It's got a 2 megabyte video buffer on the OBS side, but I have no idea. I can't imagine after 10 minutes 2 megabytes would happen. More like 10 seconds. Okay. So, actually, let's take a step back and just look at this thing. So, this is an Apple II. I don't know a lot about them. Until I got this one, I didn't even know that they were actually related to the Apple II, because the card cage in the back seems to be Apple II compatible. Some things going on. That is a plastic case, but it's like one shell that goes around the whole top. The keyboard is permanently attached. That is not removable. Also, sneakily hidden right here is a reset button that doesn't even poke out enough for you to fully see all the letters. I do kind of like the keyboard. Feels pretty good. Not too surprising based on my Apple II Plus experience, which I think this is more closely related to the 2 Plus than, say, the 2E or something, just based on when it came out. I will say I've always really, really liked the look of the Apple III because it looks so much older than the Apple II. It really seems like it came out in the 70s or something instead of the 80s. So I really love the design. Also on that, kind of a interesting note here. The alpha keys, the main section, are raked SA profile together, so they're cupped like that. But then the function keys down below are down farther, so they're a little more difficult to hit. And you can tell it's just the function keys because the spacebar is raised up more. Kind of a really nice thing there. Speaking of those function keys, though, is something that I know nothing about and is really weird and dumb. Why is there an Apple key and then also an Apple key? That's just weird. Yeah, all that, and then we have one internal floppy drive, which is something. Let me fix the camera here. The internal floppy drive is something that none of the Apple IIs have. I'm pretty sure, actually, yeah, completely none of them. Definitely not the original Plus or E. 2GS, I believe it was external. Well, there's Macintosh 2s. Maybe some like 2CI or some weird stuff like that, but yeah, there were some. It wouldn't be until the late ones, at least, that would have them. So E is unique in that it's at least the only Apple computer the only Apple II with a 5 1/4 inch internal drive, I suspect. No, there's no way the 2GS has an internal floppy drive. I have two 2GSs. I don't remember seeing an internal floppy drive. Pretty sure not. Should probably stop the recording, but this will, in my head, take a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's just flat on the front. It doesn't have an internal drive. Which is kind of dumb, because that's very definitely a floppy-based system. Okay. Spice and Bond, can't believe you're currently searching why there's 2 Apple keys. Let's see. None of the 2s have 3.5. I think it's only 3.5s on those. Let's see. Get an external 2.5. Yeah. 2C definitely has internal 5.25. Okay, interesting. I don't have a 2C, so all right, good to know. Well, then I guess just disregard everything I said about the floppy drive. But it's kind of nice that it has the internal floppy drive, but it does... Actually, let me flip this around. In addition to the internal floppy drive there, it also has a floppy connector on the back here, which we should probably also look at. Where is... I'm going to raise this up on here. This is heavy. This is a giant heatsink that wraps all the way around the computer. This thing is way, way ridiculously heavy. So we have a floppy disk connector, which I'm gonna guess is compatible with regular Apple II drives, just based on the size and everything. I don't have one that I can easily grab because they're all plugged into my Apple II Plus. I am gonna try and pick out the gook in there. It looks like it might be slightly wider. Hopefully they didn't do something stupid. I do know there are dedicated, unique Apple III external drives, though, that match the look of this thing, so maybe they are different. All right. Then we have port A, I guess. That's really descriptively labeled there, Apple, along with port B. Oh, good. Don't want to get the ambiguously named ports confused. Then we have color video, which, interesting, that it's not just composite. So that's got to be more Apple II GES-like, rather than Apple II Composite, because this one's labeled black and white video. And then we have dedicated audio. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. And then there is... Oh, that's super weird. There's a dedicated RS-232C port. Why did someone install a Super Serial card then?
CYPERMUNK 1331 dropped as tier 1 and says end of line.
All right, I'm catching up on chat here for a second. Yeah, so chat is missing from the stream because I'm dual streaming to YouTube currently right now, which, out of curiosity, there are currently 5 people watching there. Hello! So yeah, that's a relatively new thing as of this weekend. The OC, hello, since your first time chatting. I don't know why it's not loading. Let's see. I am actually going to contact Twitch support this week and try and get an answer on what they mean by third party and merge. So, good thing the way you're streaming, Twitch stream is refusing to load. Well, that's weird. See, it looks too big to be Disk 2 connector. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be. Chat and no stream. No, network error. That's super weird. Okay, it's definitely working for some of you, though, right? So it can't be me. Oh, I love that, David. The port and the starboard port. Oh, that's awful. Delightful. See, be wary of the color video port. They had Oh my gosh, chat sucks to try and scroll back up on. Video port, they... stop chatting for a second. Where did that go? I lost it. There it is. Max. Oh my gosh. They had several different pinouts. Max, we putting exciting voltages in bad places. Oh my gosh, with the chatting. Okay, I give up. No more. I'm not reading chat history. Give it up. I can't. Seriously. Every single time one of you chats, it brings it back down and I can't read the chat history. Thank you all for chatting. I couldn't read whatever you just said. And thank you for the 100 bits there. Okay. Oh yeah, let me select OBS here. Let's see. Some first time this happens, which is like that. Works for people who had stream already loaded. Huh. Okay. Max will output exciting voltages in bad places if you mix them up. Okay, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I think I have 3 different color monitors. One would plug into the RCA port. And then one is the 2GS specific monitor, and then I think I have one that's later. I don't know what's what. I know there's one more I need to pick up. Sorry, Kaiser. But yeah. Portizo, I don't have a scroll wheel on my keyboard. That's the problem. So I'm dragging up the scroll bar, which doesn't trip the scroll pause. That's the problem. So for those of you who may not be aware of how I run my streaming computer, I use this keyboard. That way I don't have to have mouse space. I have a touchpad, but there is no scroll bar on this Cherry keyboard touchpad. It is annoying. Triggers on your end when you use the scroll bar? Maybe it's because it's the Twitch backend dashboard thing then. I don't know. All I can tell you is I can't scroll, and every single time someone was chatting, it would reset it. It's not a... I need to... Let me phrase this for the keyboard as best I can. They probably designed this keyboard in 1994 and then never changed it again, despite this one probably being from like 2018 or something. That is not a multi-touch touchpad, and it doesn't have a scroll bar on the side. Cole's keyboard with scroll? If that existed, I would be interested. The reason I use this keyboard is you see all these right here? These are unused hardware macro keys that exist on point-of-sale keyboards. I don't need something like a Stream Deck because I just have all sorts of custom keyboard shortcuts programmed into this thing, and I have those bound whatever I want. So it's one device that is hotkeys for OBS, keyboard for typing things, and mouse for pointing stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. See, running out of space, put magnets on your globe for some areas. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if like a bigger globe might make sense. The East Coast is really tight. So let's see. Watch YouTube stream, read Twitch chat. That's a use case I hadn't expected. Oh man, there's a lot of chat going on YouTube, but it's really tiny. Give me one moment here. There we are. Twitch dashboard, it's a skill issue, yeah. Huh. Alrighty. Okay. Scroll on the side should be a software feature though. Presume you check Synaptics. I don't. It's Cherry. It's probably OEM actual Cherry. But I'm on Linux, so no, there's nothing like that. It doesn't exist, guaranteed. Big floor standing globes with the wood stand. So the problem with all of those, okay, is that pretty much every single one of them, the globe is completely free floating, so you can spin it whatever direction you want, and it's suspended by hoops of felt, which would just brush off all the magnets. Picking a globe for that was actually extremely difficult, and we're just completely going off track here, which is probably good because it's not like that computer's going to do anything today, so I don't mind. Picking a globe for this was extremely difficult because you'll notice my stand for the globe is unique. It goes straight through the center, and there is no hoop around the side to show you the, I'm pretty sure that's longitude. I custom made the stand effectively by running a center spiral or spike through it. Because anything that goes over the surface of it just wipes off all the magnets, doesn't work. Oddball, I put magnets on the globe. I'm gonna let you figure out why you couldn't put a maglev globe with magnets together. Getting Moon Laser Death Star vibes off that story, yeah. That's it, but it was really hard to find one. The other thing is that it must be a cardboard globe so I can poke holes in it. Mighty Halo, the keyboard is USB. Be room under the hoop? Probably not enough. No, most likely not. Here, I'll even do this. LS USB. I'm pretty sure it's a single composite device. Yeah, it just shows up as Cherry LPOS. But yeah, I think it's a G84. I can just look on the bottom. Here, anyone who's curious enough to look it up, it is a G86 71411 EUADAA. But the G86 7411 or whatever that was is the real thing there. So, we're done with this all. So let's move along. It's missing. Oh, it's so heavy. There's, oh, that's very clearly the power supply on the bottom. I hadn't actually looked on the bottom yet. I suspect we could take out the power supply with just a couple of screws. Ooh, I kind of want to do that. I was gonna take off the top first, but that's power supply. That's like all the thing I need to see right there. Just flip this on there, put this upside down. I don't think there is a 3+, is there? Wow. Huh. Oh, it's a 256K model. Today I learned there even was a 256K model. Seriously, I cannot overstate how little I know about the Apple III. It was there, I was there. That foot is squished. For reference, it should look like that one. A trapezoid shape. But no, it's just squished dead flat. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay. There were 3+s, huh? Interesting. So yeah, so there's mine's information. Today I learned there is a 256K versus 128K model. I think the RAM cards are one of the infamously unreliable things about this, so that's probably good to know. However, I would really like to remove this power supply and see what it looks like. I'm a little nervous about how stripped all the screws are on the power supply and how beat up this edge is. So I'm gonna guess I'm not the first one to monkey with this. So that's not a good sign. All right. Yeah, we're going in there to look for REFAs and just bad caps in general, just to get an idea of what's going on. Ooh, how am I missing 2 bits on this? I'm gonna guess they're in here. Well, one of them is, and both of them are. Okay, we don't need those. Those are hex bits. There are some rivets. They're probably not going to be an issue. We'll see. Speaking of screws. All right. Wait, why are there screws in this? Oh, that's Game Gear. I have an empty one, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, apparently I have too many ongoing projects. Oh, no, I actually don't drink alcohol, Carthouse. Okay. Are these captive? Like, it makes sense. I know the ones that hold the top on are captive, so perhaps. Alright. I feel like these shouldn't need to be undone. That one's a completely different screw. But maybe they do. Alright. We'll loosen these. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna grab a flashlight so that I can get a point light source to get the shadows to work just right here. This is moderately terrifying. I am super glad I didn't just plug this thing in. This has been smashed down so that pins have, like, shorted against this metal tray, and bent it. So there's some bad stuff going on in there. Yeah, we really need to get this thing open. I will now be impressed if this thing ever works. Two tiny screws near the power plug. Oh my gosh, those are super tiny. Wait, you saying undo those two and then the whole thing lifts?
I'm glad you're alive, CHER 100 end of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits. And me too. Check for bent casework. Oh, those are not fun to get out. These, I'm gonna guess, remove entirely. Yeah. Dude, how? I need that to not fall in there. Okay, that's... No. There's clearly more to it. I'm guessing these need to come out. Someone just really went to town on these. All of these captive screws are stripped. This one I'm gonna guess is not captive and probably not original either, unfortunately. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's easy enough. Lots of those orange caps in there. Reefa right there. Yeah, we're gonna need to get a better angle at this. And I suspect I'm gonna want this in here too. Okay, so we have one cable right here. Unplug that, and it's clipped right here, which is a good indication No one has actually messed with this thing, which is a little weird. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna snip that. And the power supply is completely loose. Good luck with that upshift. Hello, Digital Ice Age. So, couple of things here. Reefa. Oh! Whoa! I do believe that is a dead Reefa right there. I've never seen that. I've never actually blown one. So, I dodged a bullet. It was at Savers or Value Village, however, whatever you call it. Digital Ice Age. Huh. That explains why that capacitor looked pretty gross as I was taking this out, too. Okay. Ah. Well, I'm curious to do an autopsy on that, because I don't know how they fail. Like, fail short or whatever. It's... The other thing I wanted to point out, though, just how ridiculous this thing is. That's all cast metal right there. This whole thing, from here to the front, okay, all the way down the rib sections, that back, that's all cast metal. This thing is just so heavy. It's ridiculous. The no fans policy of Steve Jobs, I guess. This was no ventilation either. There's nowhere for air to go. Giant heatsink, but it's not mounted in any way. It's one screw right there, one right there, one right there, some right there. They are not thermally connected in any significant way. Also, I don't know how this got dented. There's nothing over there. That's weird. Maybe some idiot. Oh, maybe when it blew, someone was trying to like wrench on it, crowbar, to try and get it up, and they bent that. I wonder when it blew. I mean, it had to be recently. Oh, man. So, since I did obviously buy this thing at a thrift store, I wonder what the chances are the thrift store plugged it in and it just boomed inside the case, but no smoke could get out because it's sealed. And they were like, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, well. And then they slapped it in the front of the store for just a ridiculous amount of money. They wanted $450 for this thing. I paid half of that, okay? It's... Man, that smell lingers. You know, I've never smelled it. But, there's no real smell. I'm not smelling anything. You got at least half off? Yeah. Half off, I feel like, is a pretty good deal, especially to get the Apple III monitor. Because that sells for about $140, I think I saw on average. 225 is a steal. Yeah, I feel like that's a good deal. But not $450 and not untested / dead. See, classic thrift store shopping move, plug it in, goes pop, walk away. Oh, so the thing is, it was in the glass case. Oh yeah, you weren't here for the beginning. Digital Ice Age monitor. It has a profile card in it, but it didn't come with the profile drive, unfortunately, and I definitely didn't see it around there. Huh. But this is interesting. See, so some scumbags go want for the Apple IIe. Yeah. You know, interestingly, the only 2E I have is the Platinum. I actually haven't gotten my hands on a regular 2E. And it was real hard for me to get a 2 Plus. I have bad news, generic sweetener. I paid more than that for my 2 Plus. I mean, technically, they came with a Box 2 GS and Power Macintosh G30 6300 and a DOS PC and a monitor and some other things, but I just wanted the 2 Plus. But that was boxed, so it was really nice. So, you know. Anyway. See the 120 volt jumper wire? Yes, we have that here. And this time it's normal, unlike the weird other Osborne power supply. There's probably not even a pinched wire shorting neutral to ground. Okay, so our next steps here are going to be removing this board, desoldering the one Rifa that didn't explode, and then definitely removing the one that did explode, and then surveying the damage. So let's go ahead and fire up the air compressor and get started on that. Have we ever done an Atari 800 built like a tank? I have one. I was very graciously sent it, but I have not had the opportunity to really get to know it. One of these days I should. See, 3 Rifas. Oh, that one is! Yeah, good catch. Actually, it's a mini print. I think it's a different brand. We'll investigate. Doesn't need to be there. It's a K-type, though, not an X-type. I don't know if I can just remove a K-type. You know what? We don't need to have this up here right now, so let me move this off to the side. Man, that compressor charges fast. It is only 1 gallon. K is code for tolerance. I thought it was how it was wired, but okay. Oh, Digital Ice Age, that's the best. I have so many rained on CRTs. It's bad, but I love how rained on CRTs smell, because you're never able to clean all of it off. They managed to get some of that rain smell in them. Oh, wasn't that bad? Only X and Y are wiring types. Okay. Is that fuse any good? You know, that's a real good question. We'll get to that in a moment. I got to get the board out first, and then we'll take a look at that. All right, looks like all the screws are on top, so this won't be too much trouble. Oh, I'm sorry, Mighty Halo. I've been missing some of your chats over there. Also, EU keyboard, blown up electronics do smell for a long time. Yeah, so it must have happened quite a while ago then. I can see previously there was a mark over there for the date. Ooh, that lost a metal washer. Good, I need to catch that. I can see 2 dates. October 23rd, 1981 and January 29th, 1980. It looks like it might have been obstructed when the cap blew and probably smoked out this entire thing. I'm actually curious if there's going to be like a shadow underneath of this board where the smoke didn't get to it. SoCal is getting a VCF. Really? Because that's within driving distance to me. Huh. I was not Hardly Wogan. That might be one I can actually consistently attend. Is it official or is it like weird like Midwest? The smell is fantastic. You get it. You get rained on CRT smell. Oh my gosh. Go Gadget, VCF is Vintage Computer Festival. Also stands for Vintage Computer Forum, but it's mostly Vintage Computer Meetup. Federation, that's it, yeah. At VCF SoCal on Twitter, okay. Do they have a Mastodon one? Ben, I think you were describing the Rifa right there. Why is it not? Oh, there's one more. See, do I want a 2C? Thinking of moving exclusively to the 2GS? Mind sending my... Actually, yes. Couldn't cover shipping on it. Be sending the monitor with it. Ooh. DM me about it. We'll figure that out. I am especially interested in the 2GS because I've had the Laser 128 forever, and it's supposed to be compared to the 2GS, and I would, or 2C, and I would actually like to have that. So that would be handy. One more screw right here. And there. Okay. I'm now going to take a picture of the wiring there so that I know how to put it back. It is labeled neutral and live, so... oh, and ground. Wait, no. That's... oh, the voltage select. That wouldn't be that difficult to figure out, but we'll just do it anyway. Alright. X wiring, capacitor wiring types or safety markings for how they fail, X class, between live and neutral, and fall short. Ah, okay. So that'll be interesting to see that fuse then. White class, sign to go between live and ground, fail open. Okay. Right, so I have these marked. And power supply removed. Oh, it's even worse under there. I guess that makes sense, because it would probably have settled down there, wouldn't it? What's under that? There's my shadow. Yeah. That's where the Rifa smoke could not get to. Oh, gosh. Wow. Unfortunately, this thing might be a candidate for ultrasonic cleaning, but I would need to remove that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, maybe that. So it's really not worth it. Wow. Also, another little epoxy paper cap there. Let's get in there and take a closer look at things now. Check my Mastodon later? Okay. Just put it in the dishwasher. Don't exactly have one of those in my office. We will probably attempt to clean that out, though. All right. Let's try and get in there and do some investigation. And camera should now there be able to see me. Yeah, hey, okay. You know, I had a realization yesterday. If we continue doing the no chat, I can do this. And then you guys can have the Blackmagic camera instead. We can make that slightly bigger as well. And I might be able to use OBS to crop that to be a separate scene and have it zoom in, but that probably will make it not much better than the GoPro, but the exposure would be better. So if we continue going this route, we might do that. Oh, hey, Action Retro! How's it going? We are currently ripping out the power supply from an Apple III I bought at a thrift store that has a blown Rifa cap, it turns out. See. Don't forget to engrave the service date 1/1/24. Nope, it's still gonna be 2023. And engrave the service date, I literally sell stickers from Caps Wiki for that kind of information that you can fill out. Only one person has ever bought some. See, can the Blackmagic still have silly Brobocam plugin? That's what I'm thinking. I think I can do it. It'll be a little weird though. See, side nearest cap looks tasty. Oh yeah, that's because it got done blown up. I don't want to bend these too much, but I kind of need to be able to see. Oh my gosh, look at how roasted that one is. Wow, yeah, it just vented right out that way. So we get way down in there. I'll bring a light over this. We can see the bulge on the side where it did vent straight into that transformer or inductor or whatever that thing is. Yeah, we need to get that thing out and survey all the real damage. All right, let's pull off this Rifa cap. So it should be these two. Whoa, that view, I hadn't looked at that. It is just straight up cracked along the side. Jeez. Okay, let's pop that thing off. Oh, I warmed up my soldering iron, not the desoldering gun. One moment. I'm gonna replace them, yeah, with air. Desiac. All right. Now we're getting warmed up. I'm gonna flood this with some new stuff. What? Plugged into the gun. Hold on. Ah. Drat, things are not going my way. One moment. There. And then... All right, here we go. Yeah, that's the stuff. I think I can get in here. Yeah. Okay, do the other side. Take another crack at that one there. All right. So Madge Ken XD on YouTube. This is dual stream Twitch and YouTube currently. So, see, love the red QC link on solder joints. All right, so see if I can start to pull this off. It might be glued down. I'm not sure. I also don't want it to like completely disintegrate. May not have enough solder off either. I have something. Where's my tweezers? Should be right here. Where are they hiding? Let's see. Any electronics look. Oh, that way. Any. Oh, fun fact, I expanded the English Rifa Wiki article by translating it from Swedish Wiki. Added a picture of blown X-class cap, as well as reference to their tendency to explode. That's amazing. Oh, that's funny to have their company wiki page include that information. But yeah, that's probably for the better. I'm guessing my preferred tweezers ended up on the other work table or something. I don't know. Hopefully these will be good. All right. Wow, it is super duper flush. Okay, I believe that one's loose. What about this side? No, I don't think it's much. Aha! There we go. Ah, managed to keep it intact. Whoa, man. Want some more reference images, Digital Ice Age? They really put up a fight. Yeah, it was like, I'm guessing it was this. The goo that got onto the bottom adhered it to there. I think that was what it was. Man, that thing just poof. All right. So, poor board. Oh, man. So I have, yeah, this here. Oh, wow, it's just black. Oh, man. So that's how they make Vanta black. They just blow up some Rifas. So it kind of roasted the side of that cap. Hopefully not too bad. I'm going to try the light panel here. There we go. So I see a lot that's built up on that. Get in there with a cleaning swab. I bet I can... Oh, it's really dry. Huh. This doesn't look damaged, despite having been right in the blast zone. I think it survived. So hopefully that's not too bad. I don't know what this capacitor will have undergone. That's concerning. Ooh, I did want to check two things. The fuse and the short status of the Reefa itself. So the fuse here... I think it's good. Ooh, yeah, backlighting the PCB is actually working better. Hold on. Yeah, that fuse is intact, which we could also just test with a multimeter, but this was more fun. Also, look at spot where the Reefa blew with backlighting. I think all the traces are still good. It's not a double-sided board, so at least I don't have to worry about vias and angular rings and things. Well, angular rings, yes. Plated through holes, no. Let's see. Add this to the Reefa Wikipedia. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Yes, Digital Ice Age, absolutely. You might need to find proper credit for that, but that would be hilarious. Okay. Continuity. Beep, beep, and... Yep, fuse is good, but... So that's not shorted. Never mind, my probes failed. Stupid thing. Really just need to throw these in the trash instead of the floor so that I pick them up and feel bad. Okay, different set of probes here. Beep, beep, and no beep, beep, no beep. Okay, so it's shorted open. Interesting. Well, man, that is a doozy. I'm putting that aside, like I said. All right, I do need to remove that one. That's definitely a Reefa. These, I think, are a different brand. I don't know if they will be as susceptible. Or does that say Reefa on top? Actually, I think under the remains of the other Reefa. No. Yeah, I think that's a different brand. Can I see anything on that one? Which, oh my gosh, this thing is just chock full of these. Yeah, these aren't cracking like the Reefas are. I think I'm going to leave those in for now. File it under suspicious, but I think I don't need to remove those quite yet. Mini Print is a Reefa. Do you mean it's a line filter cap, or do you mean that it's an actual Reefa brand? Definitely removing that one. Is all this literally just for AC to DC? Yes, welcome to 1981. Power supplies were still a dark art. I mean, it's not like they're super well understood today by most people, but yeah. Probably also part of the compensation network, which is needed for a proper operation, unlike the mains filters one. Yes, that is another reason why I don't really want to remove them. So there's a chance. I mean, there's a chance we could remove these reefas and still have this work today. So that's why I'm hesitant to remove the other ones. If we remove the other ones, it becomes much less likely that this thing will actually turn on today. I will not be putting replacement line filter caps in. There's just no real point. Oh my gosh, this is some of the best smelling solder I've ever smelled. Whoa. Oh, wow, that's good stuff. I'm probably murdering brain cells, but that just smells delightful. Oh, man. You ever smelled any of that, like, tree sap or almost minty kind of solder, especially older solders? It's the rosin. That's what it is. It's not metal. You can't melt metal at the temperatures that we're soldering at. This just, oh man, this has quite the smell. Yeah, it is the flux. It's not the actual solder. Do not. Okay, am I back? Am I back? Back? Yes, back. Okay. Did that not kill YouTube? What did that do? I think I'm still live. Excellent. Okay. Minor home internet blip for some reason, but we got that. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. First off, though, Peter Mount, hello, since it was your first time chatting there. Yeah, minor issue with the internet there for some reason. Cool. Glad that it caught it back in time, though. So yeah, the stream resuming soon. That was the server. That's what the server sends out when it's not receiving video from the office. So as soon as I was able to reconnect to the server, I was able to bring this back. By the way, I should probably close my remote desktop connection so I'm not wasting bandwidth over there. Don't need that running the whole time. All right. Okay. Yeah, YouTube was really eager to cut the stream yesterday when we had an issue. So, yeah. Time to use the AWS Restreamer thing someone recommended. I may do that. I have to get a GUI and run OBS. The reason I can't just use FFmpeg is because I need the stream resuming soon screen, basically. So, what channel are you streaming on? It is a live channel. I can't say because I can't direct you away from one platform to the other. Yeah. See, I thought you'd gone quiet. Just elbow deep. Yeah, I can't. I mean, other people are free to link to whatever they want. I can't. Yeah. I mean, you being a mod, Helicroft, that's a little very questionable. I don't know, but I didn't ask that to happen, for the record. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, still live. It's live. Yeah. All right, get this one out. That worked, and that one's just putting up a fight there. And come on, I need to desolder it one more time. Let's see. Good, you're back, about to go. Oh gosh. It seems like, I mean, I actually don't know what they stream. I just know it's big, popular streamers. I assume Fortnite or whatever. Most people stream on Twitch. Let's see. So stupid Twitch Amazon needs to get over the fact that people want to use multiple platforms. They're all that way. You can't go on to, there we go. You can't go on to YouTube and say, hey, go check out my Twitch channel. That's not allowed. So, most stream categories just chatting? Oh, yeah. Okay. So there we go. There's the other Rifa. That one's very definitely a Rifa. I mean, it just says Rifa right there. So we're good on that. With that, this might be safe to use. Maybe. It's a little tough to tell. That's nice. The power supply has the voltages labeled on it right there, so that'll be relatively easy to check. I'm gonna guess the alternating ones are ground. Look on the back. Oh no, they're grouped. Okay. Interesting. Where's ground? Common. Okay. So we theoretically can probably plug this in and then just check the voltages. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Helicroft, I was surprised recently what can be allowed on Twitch. I think they changed it, but I think I managed to see something when they were being slightly more permissive. I had heard that there were bad things on well, not bad necessarily, but adult-oriented things on Twitch, I'll say. I didn't realize how adult-oriented they could be. Let's see. Lino GPU server could also do magic. Oh my gosh, that would be expensive. That would be very expensive. Yeah. Plug it in just in time for New Year's fireworks display. Oh gosh. I am mildly concerned. I bet that cap juice is conductive. I don't know how conductive. I just put away the thing that could tell me. Let's find out. I mean, it should be, but maybe once it's crispy, although carbon's also known for being conductive, so... Guess the Ford work depends on your work. Yes, that's... Yeah. See, they rolled back. Yeah, I know. Yep. Agreeing with Yin there. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick to see if this is conductive. Just tells me how in depth with cleaning I need to be. I would like to be lazy. Well, I'm getting no continuity. Let me do an ohm reading. Actually, I'm getting nothing. It might be fine. Yeah, I can't get anything out of that. Okay. Maybe it's not too bad. The problem is that I would have to desolder this and that and that and that and that and just like so much stuff to get in there because it went right into a really densely populated area, or else I really would try and clean it more. Yeah, just all over a bunch of stuff. None of it looks really bad other than that one cap right there. I'm not thrilled about that one. Especially how it may have experienced high temperature in a localized spot for a while. That may not be amazing. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put this back on here because that gives me a known base. Plus we have to have it plugged in to be able to use it. And then we're going to try powering it and measuring voltages. See, not worth paying $1 a month? No. Okay, let's get this put back together so we can test it. Neutral is brown, or no, live is brown, neutral is blue, and I'll just double check my photo, just so I don't wonder. Can you give the full model number of the Cherry keyboard again? Yeah. It is a G86-71411 EUADAA. Blue is neutral like the ocean. I would go even weirder than that. It's blue like the Swiss. All right. Yes, I have that correct there. Brown is what your pants look like if you touch it. Right? The Swiss flag has blue, doesn't it? Swiss flag. Watch, it's totally like red or something, and I'm just completely wrong. Oh my gosh, it's red! What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Norway flag? No. Blue, hold on. Blue flag. What is it? I thought there was a blue plus flag. Sweden's close. Sweden might be what I was thinking of. You know what? It might be Sweden. Okay, I was wrong. Never mind. Finland. You know what? I bet Finland is it. Finland flag. Finland was it. That was the one. Well, that was dumb. All right, never mind. Let's put a power supply back together. All right, we are a whole bunch of screws away from finding out if this thing works at all. See, can you clean boards ultrasonic cleaner so isopropyl? And then heat gun. Are you trying to just come up with the most explosive or inflammatory method possible there? Some people use isopropanol in an ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, only if you don't value your eyebrows, yeah. I would not recommend... This is just a fire pit with more steps. Yeah, I would not recommend isopropanol in an ultrasonic cleaner. People do it, but I would not say it is advisable. And if this does not work, we may have to load it, but we might also need to get a cap map going. Recap this thing. Why not? Because isopropanol, first off, David, the thing that you'll probably not think of, because isopropanol is flammable, and vibrations and flammable fluids are not a great thing to mix. But the other thing is that you would aerosolize the isopropanol by agitating it and then having it in a wide open container. You don't want to breathe isopropanol. That's a real bad time. Yeah, even when it does not go boom. Yeah, make fuel air pods, Shelby. Yeah, I would really recommend against it. But again, some people do it. Too late, just set fire to a bunch of vaporized alcohol. Oh gosh. Tenna Lotart, hello, this is your first time chatting. You know, breathe IPAs is the guy huffing 80s lighted solder. Oh, man. Okay. I think we're good. I think we can try this. All right. Step 1 to testing this power supply. Okay. Okay, so you hold it upright, pull the pin, you stand back. That one moves. That one also moves. Why do all the things move? Well, you squeeze that and you point it. Okay. So that's how that works. Okay. FCKGW, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Throw in the advice, not boil vinegar. Yeah. Throw a bottle at fire and run, yeah. Oh, man. Fire containment pie tin. It's in its own tin. It'll be fine. Stand back, yeah. Get right up in that fire's business. Is that a P3? You mean the fire extinguisher type? It's an ABC. It's not carbon dioxide. I kind of wish it was. So we have some sand nearby. Yeah. You know what a mess those make? Oh yeah. Desk fire will make less of a mess. Case of fire, leave building before tweeting about it. Oh man. All right. Maybe we have an SE30 and a cube you worked on, nothing like this. Well, the SE30 will have a power supply closer to this, but yeah, not CO2. That's hard to get in the EU. Yeah, I wish I had a CO2 one, mostly for that thing, because I think that's the more likely thing. Actually, I really wish I had a CO2 one for the books, because if those ever caught, it would not be possible to save them. Or the PC games, actually, yeah, the big box PC software. That would be a good one too, to have that stuff work. Okay. Halon, yeah, that's actually more what I wanted. Okay, but they're so expensive. Oh my gosh. That is not live yet. I have that plugged into a power strip that is currently off. All right. I'm gonna put the AC business end farther away, I think. Also put this closer to me. Only because it's, demonstrated a history of, boom. So, okay. Power supply. Hell on his money, but worth it. Oh, yeah, I know. Let's see. Could you just use CO2 tank, like from a kegerator? Maybe. So you cut power before using the extinguisher. That would be a good idea, and that's one reason that's nice to have the remote option there. Safety glasses. Oh, I thought I had my sunglasses on me. That's actually genuinely a good idea. I think I have. It's like the first time I've ever wished I had safety glasses here. I don't know. There we go. Well, this just makes me look cool. I should wear these all the time. Okay. So I can almost read things here. Need a white coat? You know, it's actually irritating. I have a black lab coat at home with my logo stitched on it. I need to bring it here. All right. I can't see the color of the capacitors now, so that's cool. All right, I'm gonna turn on the multimeter because ideally we'll be needing that. Computer room had a Halon fire suppressor system. That's cool. That's really cool. Let's see. I have a white lab coats covered in paint stain. Looks like blood. Oh gosh. Which one? Blue, the orange one? Yeah, the white one, because that's what they look like to me. All right. I'm gonna hit the power switch on here. Actually, it was already on. Good thing I had the power strip unplugged. Okay. Power on test now. All right. Didn't blow up. No smoke. Okay, let's do a DC test here. So I think this is going to be common. And this will be 12 volts. Yeah! Okay. And then I'm trying to be really careful here because it's... you know what? I can't really easily touch those here. I'm not satisfied with that, but it didn't blow up. So I'm less concerned. So the PSU is on. All right. I want to get a slightly better connection to that. Okay, I can take out the safety glasses. Oh my gosh. That, wow. That's an experience. What multimeter is that? That is a Fluke 287. I'm not going to recommend it, but it is very nice. Let's see. So that's technically still on. So, all right. I just want to get a better angle on this. It is... The pins are all so close together. It's just really hard to tap them here. There. This will work better. So you share it with us? Put the glasses on the camera? Sure. Here's what I was seeing. That's pretty much right. Yeah, that orange. Very, very orange. There are holes next to the connector you can poke the probes in. They are not plated on this side, so I can't. Okay, so that's... Oh, man. Okay. So... That'll be 12. I turned it off. Okay, it's back on. Common. And 12. Oh, it was working. Okay, it totally worked a second ago. Why? Hold on. That's working. There we go. Okay, 12. And 5. This should be minus 5. Minus 3.8. And it's probably fine. And minus 12. I don't like the minus 12 not working. There we go. Okay, all voltages pass. Excellent. Off at power strip, off at unit. Okay. Whew. Are we gonna just plug it into computer? Like, wait a minute, I can just try it now? Is that what we have going on? Can we just try the computer? Is there no reason to not just pop this in, flip the switch, see what happens? I mean, I should turn on the monitor. Let's go. Let me grab the monitor here. Let's test the monitor separate of the computer. That way we know that it works. I'm gonna put this down. And I'm gonna go grab something, just, you know, totally at random, that we can use with the computer, or the monitor. Let's see. What is that? Oh, that's a staple-bound document. It's probably way scanned already. I don't need to scan that one. Why is this so heavy? Oh, because it's got a bunch of LTO tapes in it. That would explain it. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is both a bad idea and a good idea at the same time. There we go. Seems like a good idea to use this with a monitor. Let's see, didn't test this in the store and attempt to get it for less. Yeah. All right, didn't need this, so that's always a good day. One monitor, which realistically does not fit on... Actually, that's only slightly horrible. Okay. Before we plug in the computer, in case something like really catastrophic happens, let's test this separately. I don't think there's going to be REFAs in this thing, so we're just going to plug it in and see what happens. So, power strip is off. It's plugged in. That power strip is active. Now this, I hear the raster. I don't see anything, but we realistically shouldn't. There is a brightness on the back. Ah! Ha-ha! Okay. All right. This is most likely going to work. It's a really sad looking floppy drive on there because it's missing a foot. All right, I have, actually I think this has a video cable hardwired. Video in, okay. Power cable to the Apple II. Turning on the monitor. Give it a second. Turn on computer somewhere, there it is. All right, I'm gonna have to remember how to make it give up on booting the drive because I don't want to go grab a disk. Dave Starbuck, we have not tested the Apple III yet. Is it reset? Control reset? Okay. That's weird. This isn't, oh, you know what? I think that's TV out. Hold on. I think it's my weird hardwired aftermarket TV card. Let me plug in to the video port And then to here. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Turn the brightness down for the black level. Yes, okay. So we're golden on the monitor. All right, I'm going to put the power supply back in the Apple III and we'll see what happens.
David Phantom says they live CHER 100. End of line.
Yeah, that's a really, really good looking monitor, actually. I like that thing a lot. David, thank you for the 100 bits. That's very satisfying looking for a monitor. Okay. And to think this thing managed to languish in the savers for long enough to get to half price. I would actually say burn-in is not that common on CRTs. It's very possible, but most of them were not abused to the point of getting burnt in. All right, Apple II served its purpose. It can go back to the shelf for now. Later, I'll be putting the Super Serial card in it, but not right now. See, because you weren't about to buy it. See, is at that moment, Kaiser realized he shouldn't have slept on that deal. I mean, for full price, it still was not amazing. For those of you who may be joining us late, we are currently working on this, which I can take this off and flip over to show you, which is an, oh, I just got dusted with all the blown up cap bits. Anyway, this is an Apple III that we're working on. So yeah, that's, we already took apart the power supply. We removed a detonated REFA capacitor. And now we're about to put it back together. And see if it works. It won't. It's an Apple III. It won't work, but we'll see if it works. Ugh. Yeah, that Savers will be half off tomorrow there, Kaiser and Desiac. They still have several G3 or G4 Mac desktops. I didn't want any. They were $80, and even if they were half off, I don't have that much care. Not a big Apple person. Okay. What's the cross streets of the Valley Village? Scottsdale Savers. I don't know. You'll have to search. But yeah, I didn't know it was there until I saw a post on Mastodon about it. All right. Big Apple person, you have to type TAM. Hey, that's Dogface that gave me that. I think I told them that too. I very much appreciate the TAM for what it is. Apple, I don't have experience with Apple. That's the thing. That's why I wanted to start with the Apple II and then work my way up. This is more because I just got it and I gotta know. Like, does this continue the Apple III curse? Because none of them work, or is this one going to be weird and work? So far, the power supply is going to be fine, which is good, or at least good enough for now. I am curious how it's going to go from here. 48 years old, never touched an Apple II ever. So I didn't until I bought one recently. So I know what you mean. I guess I didn't take a picture of it when he first showed up. Not a problem. I wasn't gonna pay the price that they wanted initially either, so I would have had to wait until half price day, and then I would have forgot. The real thing that was the big get was the printer. Oh yes, the printer. Someone donated a full collection. Yeah, so I was told there was more. I think there were some TRS-80 Model 3s there. I probably would have picked one of those up for a more expensive price. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. So when you work your way up to Amiga, I mean, when I book a trip to Fantasyland, I'd mean, very overpriced. They both work too, or 100 or 200. I would have bought a Model 3 for 100 to 200. I would have. Yep. Oh well.
David Phantom says, be back in 30 minutes. Please tell me what I missed. CHER 100.
All right, you guys heard him. If this computer works, we have to tell David that it didn't work, and we're gonna just go, I don't know, do more scans or something that's really boring. Let's see, overpriced for you. Oh, I'm not saying... let me... I understand that's not a grins and giggles, like, oh, let me try a Model 3 price. That is an... I want a Model 3. Like, just straight up, I want a Model 3. And that's kind of the going rate. I was playing with them in the back. Kaiser said they were overpriced. He left them. I think that's the going rate. For a thrift store, that's kind of overpriced. But knowing that they work, I'll say this, though. I don't really want to be inundated with everything everyone finds at thrift stores, so it's not a problem to not tell me. I don't mind at all. Something big like that, like a whole Model 3, you know, but it's variable. Like, you guys didn't think it was big, and I do. That it's just a difference of opinion, so it's fine. Okay. Oh. We're about to test this thing. We're about to just straight up plug it in and see if it turns on. See, generic sweetener. That is exactly what I said at the beginning of the stream. I love how 70s this thing looks for supposedly being newer. It is amazingly 70s looking. All right, the computer is off. It's plugged in, but the power strip, I believe, is still off. Okay. Let's see if this is the first Apple III to ever just work in existence. All right, that's on. We got a light. Here we go. It beeped. I have no idea what it's supposed to do after that. I would have assumed that would have tried to do something. And then there's no video. Oh, second beep. Okay. I'm thinking it's not happy. I'm gonna reset it. Resets do not seem to correlate to beeps. Oh. Maybe I should plug in the monitor, huh? Yoink? Let's turn it off and on again. Oh! That's new. I'm gonna let it just try for a little bit, then I'll control. Yes! Control, reset. Okay, that's still trying to boot though. Wait, does it not go to basic? Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Is this a working Apple III? Does this thing just work? Oh, no basic on the 3, really? Wait.
Algemet says ready. 10 print CHER 120 go to 10. End of line.
Oh, okay, Ben, thank you for the 100 bits. Wait a... What will it boot? Will it boot Apple II software? Hold on. Okay, now I'm willing to go get a floppy disk. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, actually, now I'm willing to prep a cleaning disk. And then we'll get a floppy disk. Okay, there's the floppies. And then let me get a cleaning thing. Where did I put those? Or probably over there still, because I've... You know what? I think the single-sided one is over here. Is the drive single-sided? I think it should be. I can't tell, the hub thing is in the way. Does anyone know offhand, is it single-sided? I think it is. I think all the Apple II stuff is. Hold on, let me just look at something really quick here. Two. Okay, none of my Apple boot disks say Apple III on them as well. But we're gonna try one anyway. Okay. We're gonna isopropanol do this. Okay. Thought it was not compatible, or part of what doomed it. That would suck. I just assumed it was an Apple II in a worse or better case, depending on how you look at it. Okay, I'm gonna pop that in there. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. It's not spinning. There we go. Okay, it's not a bad belt. It was just clamped weird. All right, so that's getting cleaned. Okay. 3 isn't really too compatible. Why does it use the same cards? Run memory diagnostic? Do I need... Is there like a shortcut for that? How do I do that? RAM diagnostic built into the monitor ROMs. Okay, hold down Control and OA keys, and then press and release reset key. The monitor prompt, right arrow, flashing under screen should appear. Type in... Okay, well, let's try that. Ooh, it almost ate my single side protector thing. Okay. Hold Control O and A? Or is it 0 and A? Reset. Okay, it's still trying to do that. Sounds like it still does the stupid head knocking. Okay, maybe Control 0A? Okay, it's still trying to do that. Open app. I hate this thing. Okay, open Apple. Yes! Okay. And then Ooh, numpad. Yes. 6. E needs a hex numpad. 6. G. Whoa. I don't know. You should now begin to cycle in the upper left corner to see. You'll see about every 20 seconds. Okay. Diagnostic pattern. Oh, whoa, that looks fancy. Okay, if the test runs for 20 minutes, displays only dots, RAM isn't defective. If the characters or inverse blocks show up in the matrix, however, diagnostic has found defective memory chips. Oh. Oh, okay, so in the little grid is where it's testing the RAM. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this is one of the things that I know is a problem on here. They could be loose. Yeah. So that's bad RAM, all right? I have no idea if I can find this in any reasonable amount of time, but give me 1 second. I just want to try. I think I might know where it is. Well, if I did, it's definitely gone now.